Hello students, today we are going to start the new chapter that is lesson number 3, force and pressure. Today we will be discussing about force and in the next we will be talking about pressure. So, what is force? Force is a chapter that you had also learned in class 6. There you read about what is force, the types of force and all. So I brought a small revision of force, that is what was force and what were the units of force. So let's get started. Force is a push or pull on an object resulting in the change in speed, state, direction and dimensions of an object. So this is what you had read about force. That is, force results in the change in speed. Change in speed, what I am saying? Because force is required to increase the speed, force is required to decrease the speed. Change in state. Change in state, whenever we talk about state, it's about rest and motion. So to bring something to rest or to bring something to motion, force is required. Change in direction. Again, we need force. And at last, dimension of an object. Dimensions mean changing its length, breadth, height. Also, force is required. So, force is a push or a pull. A push or a pull. Whenever you push something, whenever you pull something, you need force. And bringing about change in speed, state or direction or dimension, all of them are done either by bringing a push or a pull. So this is what is force. What was the unit of force? Unit of force, the SI unit of force is Newton, named after the scientist Newton, and therefore we have the symbol as capital N. The CGS unit of force is dyne. There is no symbol for dyne, so we write the full form. Again, this is also a name of a scientist. 1 Newton is equal to 10 to the power 5 dyne. This is the relationship between Newton and dyne. On this, what new about force now? Here we will be talking about when a force is applied. When you push something, it moves in the direction of the force, or when you pull something, it moves towards you. So when you are pushing or pulling something, they are moving either away from you or coming closer to you. The whole of the body moves. But suppose a body is fixed about a point. Say for example, I take this scale, I fix it about a point, and now I try to push or move it. Now what is happening? Is it moving in a straight line? No, you can see it's not moving in a straight line. You can see the movement. Actually happening here is there is a turning effect of force. So you learned about force bringing a straight line motion. Like say if a car is moving on a road, it was going straight. When you are pushing something, they are moving away from you in a straight line. But here when I talked about, it is moving in it's bringing about a turning effect. So what is this turning effect? How does it affect, or what are the factors that affect it? What are the unit of turning effect is what we are going to read in this video. So children, you have learned about the force, that is when force acts on a body which is free to move like this window. This window is free to move. So when I push this window, it moves in the direction of the force applied. Because this body or this window pane is free to move. So it is moving in the direction of the force applied. But what will happen if I apply force on the door? Let's see. If you look at this door and I push it, this movement is not a straight movement. This is a rotational motion. The rotational motion, why? Because the door is fixed at a point and that fixed point is known as the hinge. This is the hinge about which the doors are fixed. You can see we have hinges on the door about which the doors are fixed. So the door moves in a rotational motion. This motion is not a straight motion, it's a rotational motion. Movement of force. What is happening here? This door is that is this. This is called the hinge. These are called the hinge. The hinges here are the fixed point over here. So they are also known as the pivot point. So this door is actually moving about this pivot point. So when it's moving about this pivot point, we call it as the turning effect of force. This is called the turning effect force, or also known as the moment of force. Some places it is also called as the torque. So these are the names about another type of force, that is the moment of force. Let us see the definition of this. Turning effect of force. The definition is the turning effect of a force about a fixed or pivot point is called the moment of a force. So this moment of force is also known as moment only, or it also some places we say it as torque. All of them mean the same, that is the effect brought about by the force when a body is fixed at a point. That fixed point is also known as the pivot point. It is also known as the hinge point. So when a body is fixed, what type of turn effect the force brings about? What type of effect the force brings about is known as the moment of force. So let us see some examples to understand it better. So one of the examples we just saw, that was opening of a door. So opening of a door, because the door is fixed at a point, the movement brought about when the force is applied is known as the turning effect of force. One of the examples is a boy pedaling a cycle. The pedal is also fixed at a point and the force is applied on the other side of it. So again there is a turning effect brought about. So next, steering wheels of a car. Steering wheels of a car are again fixed at a point. So the turning effect brought about. Then the seesaw. You see, in a seesaw also it is fixed at a point and the other two ends are allowed to move. So this movement is also the movement of force, or the torque produced by a force when a body is fixed at a point. So these are some examples of the turning effect of force. There are certain factors on which the turning effect of force depends. So let us see those factors. Factors that affect the turning effect of a body are: number one, the magnitude of force applied. How much force is applied will tell. Now what is this magnitude? Yes, magnitude means the value of force applied. That is the numerical value. More the magnitude of force, more is the moment. So force applied is more, the moment of force brought about or the turning effect brought about is more. The second factor is perpendicular distance between the point of rotation and the point at which the force is applied. Now here also, more the perpendicular distance from the pivot point, more is the moment of force. So if the distance is more, the force applied is more. I'll explain these two factors with the same example, that is the example of a door. So let us go back to the door again. The example of the door explains both the factors. Now, when you have to ask a small child to open the door and then you open the door, what is the difference there? The small child finds it very difficult to open it, but you open it very easily. Why? The difference is the magnitude of force applied. More is the magnitude of force, easy it is to bring about the movement of force, but less is the force applied, difficult it is to open the door. The second factor talks about the perpendicular distance between the fixed point, that is wherever is your hinge. This is your hinge point. So from the hinge point to the point about which you are bringing the movement. So it's the handle. So the distance between the handle to the hinge point, if is more is the moment of force. If this distance is less is the moment of force. Therefore, the handles are kept at the ends of the door. Have you ever seen handles of the door at this place or this place or this place? No. And you try out if you bring this handle to this place, or you try to push the door from this point or this point, it will be very difficult to push it up. Why? The distance if is less, the moment of force applied will be less. I hope you could understand the factors affecting the moment of force. Learning the factors affecting a force, from the factors affecting the force, we get the formula for force. But first let us talk about the moment of force is also represented by a Greek letter. This is the shape of that letter, and it is also known as tau, but we will be calling it as moment of force. So whenever you see this symbol, you will call it as moment of force. You will not call it tau. You will call it moment of force. The formula for the moment of force is moment of force equals to force into perpendicular distance moved. So here the formula itself says the factors. Children, if you have to remember the factors affecting, the formula is the best place to understand it. You see here, movement is equal to force into perpendicular distance. And I have told you, whenever you want to know the factors affecting, see if in the equal to sign, both of them are in the numerator, they are directly proportional. If one is in numerator, one is in denominator, they are inversely proportional. So here if you see, the moment of force and force, both are in the numerator, so they are directly proportional. So there in the factors affecting, we said more is the force applied, more is the moment of force. The same way, perpendicular distance and moment are in the numerator, so more is the perpendicular distance between the hinge point and the point of force application. More is the moment of force. So if this is more, moment of force is more. If this is more, moment of force is more. This is the formula for finding out the moment of force. Next come to unit of moment of force. Unit of moment of force is a derived unit. So we derive it from the unit of force, that is Newton, and the unit of distance, that is meter. So the unit of SI unit of moment of force is Newton meter. Also symbolically written as capital N and small m. What about moment of force is a scalar or a vector quantity? Moment of force is a vector quantity. Yes, moment of force is a vector quantity because it changes with the changing direction. So when this is all for today's class, you learned a new term today, so you need to revise this portion very carefully. More about moment of force is going to be taught to you in the higher classes. Till then, understand this. More about force and pressure will come in the next part of the video. So watch this video carefully, understand it, and then we'll meet in the next video. Thank you.